with that, and we should do something better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next in the line is placebo. Time takes it all, whether you want it to or not. Time takes it all, whether you want it to or not.
Toastmasters and guests, I think all of us, we want to maintain time. So everyone wants to be an effective manager of time, but we don't know the way. So in fact, one good technique is to jot down things to do properly and execute them in order. I try to, whenever New Year approaches, I buy a things to do diary or a monthly planner. I'll jot down all my things to do, but finally I waste time in writing all this and by not adhering to them. I was doing all this until I heard the term, eat the frog. How many of you heard this term, eat the frog? Right. So eat the frog is a term coined by Mark Twain. And there was a book written by a famous, popular motivational speaker called Brian Tracy. So what he says is, eating a frog, if you are given a mandate that you are supposed to eat a frog, that is the most disgusting thing that would happen in a day. But if you do that on the first assignment in the morning, then after that you are free. And after that you are comfortable. You can take any other assignment because eating the frog is the most disgusting element. So when you write down, chart down all your things to do, all your activities, find out what is the most complex or most annoying task for that particular day. And if you complete that day, if you complete that particular task as your first task, rest of the task you can complete in no time. So that is one way of effective time management. After hearing this, my life and my time management has improved a lot. And today I am a good effective time management. Thank you.
I always like his TT speech, and more than that, his style. And usually in Toastmasters meeting, you guys know, I think I'm asking Toastmasters, why people choose accountant or any roles in them? Just to avoid TT speech, right? Today it's not going to happen. But you know accountant, yeah, come on, Toastmasters. Come on. You can do the accountant. The time you feel lonely is the time you most need to be by yourself. The time you feel lonely is the time you most need to be by yourself. Better 3 hours too soon than 1 minute too late. Better 3 hours too soon than 1 minute too late. That's a command.
Better 3 hours too soon, 1 minute is too late. If you are waiting for a girl, 1 minute is too late. If you're spending in a conversation with her, the 3 hours is too low, right? It has happened in my engineering days.
Oh, it's a real story.
The day I finished my exams and I want to go to my hometown. There is a girl in my route. She wants to go in that way. I wanted to go with her. I'm just literally waiting on the road, and there is a signboard is there. I sat down and I'm waiting. It won't take that much time. I am just waiting for only 15 minutes. It take that much time. She just walking from there and keep on watching her. It is taking too much time. Yeah, there I can connect this point. She come in a white dress. It looks good. When I'm traveling, she talks. Naresh, you want to go this road? Yeah, I'm also. Can I join with you? Inside there is a Kali Obels. When I travel with her, this is a 3-hour journey. It went like too low. Yeah, thank you.
I don't know whether it's a real story or not, but you take it as an imaginary thing. And next in the lineup is DTM Sampath Chandra. How did it get so late so soon? How did it get so late so soon?
Today, there was an abstract speech. Many of his topics seem to be abstract to most of the respondents. How did it get so late so soon? This happens sometimes. Actually, you are planning something, you are expecting something, you are waiting for something. And then something goes wrong and you miss the bus. So you think, oh, I was there, prepared all the time. I was there to meet even any consequences, any exigencies. But how did it happen? But this always happens. There is an element of uncertainty in life because there are so many factors happening. So if you plan something, the plan may not always work out. So the right attitude is to plan something with something called contingency. You provide for uncertainties, and in spite of all these things, when something goes wrong and it doesn't happen, you be prepared to accept this. Because oftentimes we feel very dejected when something goes wrong. I think this is a very foolish attitude in life. If we are going to get dejected, it's going to happen too often, then ultimately our personality itself will become a negative personality. So, how to be prepared when something happens which you did not plan, so it becomes so late, so soon, then you be prepared for any consequences.
And next, yes, Saranya. Okay. Yes, sir. Next, I will.
Just give me a minute. I'm getting this picturization where I see myself seated beside a window, because that is where when loneliness fills my heart, I would sit and dream about my passion, goals. So here it makes me at times motivated, and in the next following days it makes me demotivated too. So I used to ask myself when I get demotivated, why is it happening? I'm going in the right path, I have prioritized my goals, and why it is happening? So there the inner voice comes and it tells me it is just a challenge or a struggling phase. It's taking your journey to the next level. So here you have to have your patience. So the inner voice is the voice, what I see it here, like the time you feel lonely is the time you most need to be by yourself. Thank you.
Next, yeah. What's your name? Sunny. Toastmasters. Yes, Sunny. Just be. Toastmasters. After Medley, right? No. Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experience wisely. Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experience wisely.
Waste of time. What is waste of time? If you are unable to manage that time, if you are unable to utilize that time, if you are unable to implement that time, the learning in coming in that time for the future, then it becomes a waste of time. Otherwise, every time is utilized. If I am speaking here and collywobbles in my stomach, and I just fall down and go back to my seat, does it become a waste of time? Not at all. I did come up on the stage, I did try my best, and yes, mistakes happen. Anybody can make mistakes, so did I. But it is better to utilize that time and learn from it than to remain sitting there. So any time if you are learning from it is a useful time. Just if you are unable to learn from the time, from the mistakes that you are making, it becomes a waste of time. And that is when you make the mistakes again and again and again till the never-ending time. So it is always better to reflect on the mistakes you make so that you learn from it, and then in the future you are not making those mistakes. And so all the time, if you implement this process in your life, you will never waste any time. Over to you.
And now Toastmaster Jayapal. He's a very positive. And he's the last guy for TT speakers, okay? Rest of them we can relax. Perfection is the child of time. Perfection is the child of time.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster, TT Master, Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Perfection is child of time. Where is perfection? Perfection is an ongoing process. Nobody is perfect other than God himself. God is an imaginary thing. I don't agree with this. Perfection is an ongoing process. Whatever it may be, try to be perfect. That perfect is a journey. It's not a destination. Whoever it may be, whatever it may be. Can you tell, once upon a time, Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru was told as the perfect Prime Minister India ever can have. And they were telling once he died, the whole Indian population was telling India is going to destroy itself. But came Lal Bahadur Shastri. He was a better guy, a bold guy. Unfortunately, he had a tragic end. Like this, in your own life, make sure there is no end to your process, whether you are in a profession or in any part of it. Try to be the fittest. When I say the fittest, that also is not a destination, it's a process. So there's a saying, to win the war, you must be prepared to fight. The fighting is also, it's not a destination, it's a journey. Till now, people were fighting, soldiers, they always keep on getting themselves fittest. That's a journey, it's not a destination. I believe boldly, perfection is not a child of time. Time itself is not a perfect one. It depends. In moon the time is different, in earth it is different. For a man, a lover, time is different. For me, a 65 years old young guy, my time is different. So, my dear Toastmasters, be perfect. That means keep on trying your best. Go on. Expect the unexpected. Unexpected is the perfection. Perfection is not a destination, it's a journey. Thank you very much for that.
Now we came to the end of the TT session, and here it's a time travel session, like TT, time travel. I wanted to say it in the past, but I'm very happy because everyone, almost all of them use the word collywobbles. Back then when I was a grammarian, I did a word of the day and no one used it, demonetization. No one is using that in the speech. And yeah, again I'm bringing back the MC of the MC Toastmaster of the day today. Thank you, Toastmaster Joel.
I would like to request the timer to read out the list of qualified prepared speakers and tabletop speakers.
The qualified preferred speakers are Toastmaster Ajay and Toastmaster Jintu.
Tabletop.
The